علي علي مولا علي علي مولا علي 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 مولا علي علي مولا علي علي مولا علي 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 مولا علي علي مولا علي علي مولا علي.
جشن ہے عرش خدا پر اور خوشحال ہے کل دنیا، دل مومن کا شاد ہے چہرہ منکر کا اترا. تیرا رجب آئی ہے تو پھر کیوں کر ہو خاموش، آج کے دن خود کعبہ بھی ہنس کر دیتا ہے صدا.
علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی 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 مولا علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی.
When we see the house of our Lord Ali, when we see the crack on that wall Ali, for the Kaaba was his cradle Ali, his verse started the chanting of Ali. Ain lam ya etched in my heart Ali, these three letters made the three Shaykh Ali. The date of 1-3 in Rajab Ali, his love leads me to 313 Ali.
Ali Ali Mawla Ali Ali Mawla Ali Ali Mawla Ali 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 Mawla Ali Ali Mawla Ali Ali Mawla Ali.
رب کے ولی سے ظاہر کیجئے یوں بھی اپنا پیار، آمد حیدر کے موقع پر کم از کم ایک بار. شکر کا سجدہ کرنا ہے یہ دل میں سوچے ہوئے، رب نے دکھایا پھر سے ہمیں یہ خوشیوں کا تہوار.
علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی 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 مولا علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی.
صرف یہی ایک مشورہ ہے دنیا والوں کو میرا، کوئی مصیبت جب آئے گی یاد اسے کرنا، عقدہ کشائی کے لیے دینا صرف صدا اس کو ہو، مشکل میں جو آسرا ہے ہر ایک پیغمبر کا.
علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی 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 مولا علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی.
حب علي فوز الشيعي غدايا، فامدد لي في يوم حسابي يدا، وانقذني من نار جحيم وهوان، رمت شفيعا غير إمام الهدى. إن صلاتي ثم صيامي إذا لم يشفع لي حيدر ضاعت سدايا. يشهد ربي أن بروحي له حبا دوما قلبي فيه شدا. صر الهادي أنت مرادي علي 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 مولا علي علي مولا علي علي مولا علي.
عرش کا گوہر
علی علی
زہرا کا شوہر
علی علی
حسنین کا بابا
علی علی.
تو قبر کے باہر جو کر لے تیری قبر کے اندر.
علی 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 مولا علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی 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 مولا علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی 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 مولا علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی 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 مولا علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی 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 مولا علی علی مولا علی علی مولا علی
जश्न है अर्श खुदा पर और खुशहाल है कुल दुनिया, दिल मोमिन का शाद है चेहरा मुनकिर का उतरा।
متمسكين بولاية أمير المؤمنين. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية أمير المؤمنين.
أحمد العلي العلي خصني بفضل، خلى قلبي وفكري باسمه منشغل. أبتدي يومي بعلي وبيكتمل، من يجي الليل بعلي أبقى ابتهل،
من يجي الليل بعلي أبقى ابتهل.
علي من الهج باسمه علي تنزاح كل غمة، علي يرسم لي هالبسمة بعيون الدنيا تحن. اي علي واللي يعرفه يشوفه، علي بأحزانه ما يعوفه، علي لو مثلك جفوفه تشوف الخير كله. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية أمير المؤمنين.
الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية أمير المؤمنين.
بنرتبط اسمي بعلي بعيني شفت المعنى من كلمة سعادة، واعرفت لو أشوف الدنيا وحشة ما خفت، بكل جهة ألقى علي من ألتفت،
كل جهة ألقى علي من ألتفت.
علي هادي دوره، علي بولو كمهك، علي ملكو كأستاذ أمارة كالندر، علي أحمد كفارس ہے، علي زهرة كشوغر ہے، علي حسن كبابوغ حمارة مددگار. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية أمير المؤمنين.
الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية أمير المؤمنين.
باكر بيوم القيامة والبشر كلها محتارة وتدور عن مفر، مطمئن قلبي ولا أحس بالخطر، ما يخاف الأمر عيد فارس مضى،
ما يخاف الأمر عيد فارس مضى.
علي مرآة يزدانك، علي آيات قرآنك، علي صرخة إيمانك بيشكي وأسيرك، علي شورى سوغوغو يملي دنيا
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ويطعمون الطعام على حبه مسكينا ويتيما وأسيرا إنما نطعمكم لوجه الله لا نريد منكم جزاء ولا شكورا. إنا نخاف من ربنا يوما عبوسا قمطريرا. فوقاهم الله شر ذلك اليوم ولقاهم نضرة وسرورا. ولقاهم نضرة وسرورا وجزاهم بما صبروا جنة وحريرا. متكئين فيها على الأرائك لا يرون فيها شمسا ولا زمهريرا. ودانية عليهم ظلالها وذللت قطوفها تذليلا. ويطاف عليهم بآنية من فضة وأكواب كانت قواريرا. كانت قوارير من فضة قدروها تقديرا. ويسقون فيها كأسا كان مزاجها زنجبيلا عينا فيها تسمى سلسبيلا. ويطوف عليهم ولدان مخلدون إذا رأيتهم حسبتهم لؤلؤا منثورا وإذا رأيت ثم رأيت نعيما وملكا كبيرا صدق الله العلي العظيم صلوات على محمد وآل محمد.
أنا حبي علي وغرامي علي مولى علي مولى علي. أنا حبي علي وغرامي علي مولى علي مولى علي. أنا حبي علي وغرامي علي مولى علي مولى علي مولى علي مولى علي.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to a very special HARKS program in commemoration of the birth of our first Imam, Imam Ali alayhi salam. My name is Shafiq Ali. I'm honored to be back on the HARKS channel to be your host for the evening. I've previously done it for the HARKS quiz, which was pretty interesting. You should actually go check it out at some time. Firstly, I'd like to thank Qari Muhammad Ali for the beautiful recitation of the Holy Quran. It was truly amazing to hear. Tonight, we have a very special program. Inshallah, we'll be having a talk by a very well-known speaker who has been on our channel before, Sheikh Shomali. He is honestly one of my favorite speakers to date, and I honestly can't wait for his talk tonight. Make sure to stay after the talk as well. We will be having a very special announcement from us at HARKS, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. All I can say is our team has worked extremely hard to pull this off, and I can't wait for us to show it to you tonight. After that, we will be having some beautiful recitation of Manqabat by our two amazing reciters, Abbas Rai and Kumail Nanji, also known as servants of Zahra. We've hosted them before as well. And even had a very interesting interview, which you can check out again in our previous live event. And don't forget as well to check out their work on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube under the name Servants of Zahra. But that's not all tonight. We'll also be giving away a copy of The Revival of the Heart, written by none other than Sheikh Shomali and Sister Zahra. Rules and info on how to enter the giveaway will be mentioned later during the program. Now, that's a little bit of an intro, but that's enough talking from me. Without further ado, let us all welcome Sheikh Shomali by reciting a loud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajal farjah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I hope you're keeping well. Congratulations on this special day, the birth anniversary of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Thank you so much, dear host, and thanks to Hussainsark for inviting me to be with you, spend some time with you tonight, and to everyone who's watching now. It's such an honor for me to be able to talk to you. It's been a long time since we've had a session together, and how are you feeling? Are you ready for 4 hours of fun? I'm just joking. I'm joking. It's not going to be 4 hours. It's only going to be 3 hours. What? Okay. They say you have around 30 minutes max, but we'll try to make the most out of it. And speaking about Imam Ali, even 5 minutes of it is amazing, let alone 30 minutes. How have you been feeling? How are you doing? How has the first 10, 12 days of the month of Rajab been for you? It's a special month. And even if we haven't started feeling it yet, I'll try to give you some energy to start getting into the Rajab mindset. It's a very special month. We've spoken about it before. It's special in two ways. Not only it's a great time to start preparing for the month of Ramadan, but also on its own, Rajab is a very special time. We're going to have Midst Rajab in few days. That's a very special time. There are some great du'as there. We have the birth anniversary of Imam Ali. We have then 27th of Rajab. So many amazing events. So it's a very special time. If you want to learn a little bit more about Rajab as well, I've given a talk, I think a week ago. You can go to that to see how special this month is. But tonight, I want to speak about Imam Ali, alayhi salam. And we all love Imam Ali so much. And there's no need to talk about that part. Tonight, what I want to talk about is how much, despite our love for Imam Ali, we still have so much to learn from him and about him. One of the scholars used to give this example that everyone understands the worth of people who are above them based on their own understanding. If you, for example, have set a meeting between someone who's got a PhD in mathematics and someone who's in primary school, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, and tell them, okay, let's set this meeting up, and then the primary school student would get to ask whatever questions it has, and then you ask that student, so what do you think of this guy with PhD in mathematics? The student would be like, oh, this guy is a genius in maths. The knowledge she has of maths is just blew my mind. And you're like, oh, wow, yeah, you really love this guy or this lady. So what does she know that make you so impressed with her knowledge of maths? And then the student would be like, you know what? We're barely learning like 5 + 5 is 10. And I asked her 4 times 10 and she just knew it. Or I asked her like 6 times 7 and she didn't even think. She just said it. 6 times 7, 42. It was 42, right? And for someone who's just learning to, 1 + 1 is 2, just learning about what numbers are, and then you have to show them through fruits and like shapes that, yes, 1 + 1 is 2, or like 2 + 2 is 4. For someone who's at that stage, seeing someone can do multiplication and like 8 times 4, 5 times 6 without even thinking is so impressive. It's so impressive. But for someone observing that from the outside, they'll be like, oh my God, PhD in mathematics, this is what made you impressed? Of course, because for a primary student, they don't even have an understanding of what levels of maths are above these simple calculations, right? As soon as it gets a little bit more than that, they don't even have comprehension of it. They wouldn't be impressed by it. It would just be confusing to them. And why did I mention this example? Because what that great scholar was saying, many of us, including myself, when we look at Imam Ali and we want to explain why he's impressive, we're like that primary student who look at that person with a PhD in mathematics and was like, oh my God, she can do 4 times 5 quickly without thinking. Well, of course she can do that, but she can do way more than that. You don't need to study in the university to do that, right? That primary student only needed to wait 4 more years and he would be able to do that himself, or maybe 2 years. right? So for him, the horizon above him was just 2 more years, 5 more years. But to comprehend what is possible by the time you've gone to uni, college, undergrad, masters, PhD, so many, Hassan, with us as well is the same. Like a lot of us, if they ask us why is Imam Ali special, the kind of answers we give shows how little we know of him. And I'm not judging us, right? Even I am included in this. But tonight, I just want to say that there is still so much more that we can benefit from Imam Ali alayhi salam, right? And this is both, usually they say when we discuss something that is a little bit missing, it's sad on the one hand because it's missing, but at the same time, it's such a great news because it means there's such an opportunity, right? Yes, it is sad that we're missing so much of what Imam Ali is, how Imam Ali is, how much more he has to give us. Yes, that's sad. But at the same time, it also means that everything so far you've heard from him, every way in which Imam Ali has helped you in your life so far through his teachings, etc., this is just one bit of how much you can get help from Imam Ali, from his teachings, to improve your life, to improve yourself, to improve ourselves, right? So this part of it is a great news. Believe me, most of our problems would be solved, and I'm not exaggerating. I would even say all of our problems, but although I'm trying to be safe or not scare you, most of our problems would be solved if we knew how much there is to benefit from Imam Ali. In order to show you this a little bit more, and so you're not like, what is he on about? Let me give you a couple of examples to see even some of the special companions of Imam Ali were in similar situations, even the ones who were much higher than someone like me. Still, with regards to them as well, Imam Ali said, oh, I have so much more to share. One example, I shared it with you in Muharram, is Hammam. He goes to Imam Ali and he says, Imam Ali, for example, teach me certain things. And Imam Ali is like, go be a good person. It's like, you're not ready for this. He insists. And then finally one says, okay, if you want to know, this is it. And then Imam Ali gave that beautiful sermon. What is the point here? Even with someone who's lived with Imam Ali, someone who gets to go and speak to Imam Ali, even when they go to Imam Ali, initially Imam Ali tries to check, maybe how much are you ready? How much do you want? He first gives him an answer to test him, right? So if you're one of these people who just wants to say, we love you, and then go back to your life, take this short answer and go. But he comes back because he knows there's so much more to benefit from. And then Imam gives him one whole sermon. And it was so powerful. I'll go and read what happened to Hammam after listening to that sermon. So what does that show? That shows an encounter with the Imam can have so many levels. In the same way that benefiting from a person with PhD in maths, I don't know why I chose mathematics as an example. I think it's a good one though. That scholar had used it. Benefiting from that person could also have different levels. You can either go to them and ask them to teach you like 2 + 2, 4, 5, 4, or you can realize that as you go on, there's still so much more to benefit from. With Imam Ali, is the same. Let me give you another example. So one was Hammam. He goes to Imam. Imam gives him an answer. He doesn't get satisfied. He says, Imam, I want more. Give me some of those deep stuff. Imam gives him something, and then it changed his life in a very profound way. Okay, go and read what happened if you already don't know. There's another example. That one happened with Kumail, between Imam Ali and Kumail. Kumail, you all know from Dua Kumail that Imam Ali taught to Kumail. So Kumail is already not a nobody. Kumail is a person that Imam Ali taught him the special dua Kumail that we love. I hope, inshallah, one day we get the opportunity to talk about how deep dua Kumail is. Dua Kumail itself is one of those things. It's like such a high thing that we're benefiting a little bit from. Inshallah, if we get an opportunity, we'll discuss how deep this dua is. But check this out. As deep as Dua Kumail is, check what happened between Kumail and Imam Ali. Kumail goes to Imam Ali alayhi salam, and he asked the Imam a very interesting question. Mal haqiqa? What is reality? What is the truth? Well, let alone how important this question is and how much the person needs to be in a high level to even have this question. Because for a lot of us, reality is just what we see around us. This laptop, this phone, these walls, this is reality. We don't know this is just a mirage. So even to be asking this question, it already shows a level of depth, right? Obviously, this is Kumail. This is someone that Imam Ali taught Dua Kumail to, a very high person. But despite all of this, when Kumail goes to Imam Ali and asks, Mal haqiqa? Imam says, Malaka wal haqiqa. What are you asking these questions for? Go to your games, go play, right? And Imam is saying, but this question is so high. It's not for your level, go. Or Imam is testing him, go. Then he tells the Imam, am I not sahib sirrik? Am I not the companion, the one who's close to you and shared, and you've told him your secret, your sir, those depth, inner wisdom? Am I not that person? Have you not already shared so much with me? So how come now that I'm asking you about haqiqa, you're telling me malaka wal haqiqa? What do you want from haqiqa? Go play, this is too high for you. So Kumail is surprised. Imam Ali, I thought I am one of those who is getting your deep teachings. Imam Ali, what does Imam Ali tell Kumail? He says, see, what I've shared with you is like the example of, and then Imam gives an example. Look, if I'm trying to remember correctly, imagine a pot of food, a pot in which you're cooking food, and then, or it contains something, and then water, water evaporates, drops of water evaporate, come up, and then sometimes you can see these drops, and then afterwards they turn into water again on the sides of it or outside, or something like this. I don't remember exactly the word Imam used, but from what I remember, it was something like this. Masan, there is a container, and then these drops of water evaporate or come out of it, or something comes out of it, like this drop of water. You can sometimes see next to the pot, there's some steam or water. Imam says, all the knowledge I have shared with you is these drops of water that have come out of the container. Nothing from the pot I've shared with you. Look at the example. It says all those things which you think you're sahib or sirri, all of those deep things is just compared to what I have to share, compared to what I can help you, how much I know, how much I have. It's not even inside the container. If my knowledge is like a container of food or whatever, that which I shared with you was just a drop of water coming out of it, or something coming out of it. It's not even from the main food. Oh, if this is Kumail with all his levels, with all his stages, Kumail of Dua Kumail, Kumail of Dua Kumail, this is what Imam Ali tells him. What I have taught you, that's the situation with it. Allah, I wish I'd remembered the actual word to give you the exact analogy. We can all go and check it. It's something like this. Basically, at the core of it is that, nah, Baba, there's so much more. And then Imam Kumail insists, so Imam gives him a little bit more. Bless Kumail. See, Kumail didn't give up. He was very open. So Kumail insists, and Imam gives him more. Oof, that hadith itself requires a whole series to talk about it. It's so crazy, it's so deep. And inshallah, one day we'll talk about it. And to be honest with you, it's not even about talking a lot. We can talk about it, but it's at a level that it has to be tasted. Even between Imam and Kumail, you see this discussion going here. Basically, Imam is telling him, this is not something I can tell you. This is something you have to see, experience. At that level, the knowledge cannot be transferred through words. Imam says something, but it's a kind of knowledge that creates an impact in Kumail directly. Inshallah, one day maybe we can get there and see what is that. Anyways, why did I mention all of this? I have a few intentions. One intention is to motivate us a little bit to try and raise our levels and benefit more from Imam Ali. I really did not exaggerate, my lovely friends, sisters, brothers, friends, enemies. Not that I have enemy. I love everyone. Bless you. I'm not really exaggerating to say that all of our problems, most of our problems could be solved if we go towards these deeper teachings of Imam Ali, if we don't get satisfied with this little that we have. And let me read a few hadiths from Imam Ali himself to show you how much we're missing. What is one of the reasons, by the way, we are not going to deeper, we are not going to Imam Ali for deeper truths, for deeper teachings? One of the reasons, I think, is that we don't even realize we need it, right? We don't know there was more. Masalan, we were never told that there's so much more. These are nothing. And what we know from Imam Ali compared to what he can teach, it's like alphabet. So that's one issue. Another issue is like, we don't know what that type of knowledge can do for us. And I don't hope, what is it that Imam Ali can teach me? Maybe, مثلا, what I need in my life. That's how we think. What I need in my life is learn how to make money. Or I need to buy Bitcoin or Dogecoin or make NFTs. Or I don't know, learn this or learn my job, or read a few books on مثلا psychology, or learn how to control my thoughts, so how not to be anxious, so which are all important things. Learn how to paint. Any these things here I'm getting from other places. What do I need Imam Ali for? And so you can see when the need is not there, naturally we don't go towards the answer, right? Not that the need is not there or we're not aware of the need. So I'm trying to argue that the reason we don't know Imam Ali, part of it is also because we don't know ourselves. We don't know how much potential is within us, which heights we can reach, what we are created for. We are so used to this level of living that we have totally forgotten that compared to what we can become, right now we are toddlers. مثلا Sheikh Jawad, compared to the Sheikh Jawad that God has in mind, that I have the potential to reach in levels of spirituality, in the growth of the soul, I'm like a toddler right now. But we don't feel that. Hope everyone's respecting me. They call me Sheikh Jawad, or I'm having a life, or مثلا I become a father or job. Now we have all accepted that this is it. We have kind of all forgotten that there are higher levels. This is it. All of a sudden a person becomes spiritual, they look a little bit calmer, or maybe they get angry less. That's it. That's all of it, unfortunately. Because we haven't been, some of us, I'm not saying all of us, some of you came, you're awliya of Allah yourself. But we haven't come across maybe so many people of God, godly people, to look at them, to be with them, and just realize, oh my God, a human being can reach those heights. And this trip I was in Iran. I got very lucky, alhamdulillah. I met a few very lovely people, some really great scholars. One of them, we went with my mother and with Zahra. We went to his house. And it was so beautiful because, one of the things that usually happens with us, I'm getting a little bit honest, and I'm going to be oversharing. These parts, I'm hoping it's just between you and me. It's not like it's going to be on YouTube. So I hope, inshallah, it's worth it. At least pay attention now that I'm sharing secrets. So usually we're not really aware of how, what is the deal with us? how good am I? Where am I in terms of spirituality? Where am I? We may compare ourselves to our past and then be like, oh, it seems like I'm really good. I even sometimes hear, masalan, some people tell me, Sheikh, I feel like the guy, I don't have any sins, or I don't get, I think the guy, I've made it. And I get that. In the absence of someone to compare ourselves to, I'm not saying compare to others, it's just a reminder of where we can become. Ultimately, everyone should follow their own journey. But in the absence of people who are so high, sometimes even a low-level person can think that they're so high. Masalan, imagine if a person has never seen like a Bugatti, an Aston Martin, a Ferrari. All they've seen is masalan a lower-level cars. If you get into some of them, they're really good. You're like, oh, this is amazing. This must be the best car in the world. And then a person with a little bit more money comes, yeah, you think this is a good car? Let me show you this one. And then you see, oh, that car. No, there's so many cars above cars. In spirituality, it's the same. If we haven't tried those higher levels, we may think we're something. Anyways, we went to this person's house. We went to this person's house, and as soon as I saw him, interacted with him for a few seconds, suddenly all the ideas I had of where I am, who I am, it all collapsed. And all it took was a few seconds of being with him, or looking at his face, or just being in his company. He didn't even say much, but I just felt I'm not lying with you, I felt it. Oof, wow. Compared to you, I'm not even a toddler. It was so interesting. And I was like, wow, I can be like that. And it was so good to be able to see him, to encounter these people, because they give us a sign of where we can get. And why do I talk about this tonight when we're talking about Imam Ali? Because I'm saying we need to know where we can get, every single one of us, to start wanting it and then be like, oh, what is the solution? And to know that the solution is with Imam Ali. Imam Ali, let me read this hadith for you. This is exactly about what I'm talking about. Imam says what? I'm very surprised of the person who finds something that they look for something that they have lost, but they have lost themselves and they're not looking for it. All right? One of the reasons we're not looking for the deeper teachings of Imam Ali is that we don't know we need it. Why don't we need it? Because we don't know what we're capable of. If Imam Ali is the doctor that has medicine, first we need to know that we have an illness that needs a cure. And why don't we know that we have an illness? Because Imam said, Baba, you've lost yourself and you're not even looking for it. So in other words, not only we don't know about Imam Ali, we don't even know ourselves. We don't know what levels we're capable of. We don't know compared to who we can be, what we are built for. We are in primary school right now. Let me read a couple of hadiths for you from Imam Ali. Look what kind of lecture he has chosen for the Wiladat. Only Sheikh Jawad would do this. You got to speak about Imam Ali. It's actually good news. I know it's a little bit maybe very serious, but there's a beautiful news in it. The news is, as beautiful as you are, which a lot of you are, most of you are, all of you are, as beautiful as every single one of you are, there's still so much more beautiful you can be. Isn't that a beautiful news? You already are. You just need to find it. You just need to realize that in yourself. Man araf Allah subhanahu. Let me say it this way. Imam says, if you want to know God, you should know yourself. And then what happens if you know God? Lam yashqa abada. After that, you will not suffer. The Imam is saying we can reach a level in this world that the suffering would end. There may be difficulties, etc., but suffering would end. Let me read another one. Al-ma'rifatu nurul qalb. Imam says there's a type of knowledge and understanding that's the nur of the qalb. That it, what does nur of qalb means? The light of your heart. Maybe what does light do? Alone imagine if this room was dark and then suddenly someone turned the light on. Hope we will start looking everywhere like, oh, there's a board, oh, there's balloons, oh, there's this. Imam says there's a type of knowledge you can gain this, you can go higher, it will come inside you, this ma'rifah, and it will turn the light on inside. Oh, and you will encounter how much there is within you. Remember the example I'm saying, if this room was dark, someone turned the light on, will suddenly look around like, oh my God, there's a wall, there's so much here. Imam says, Baba, start the journey, come a little bit forward. It will create such a light inside you. You'll look around and be like, oh my God, there's so much happening within me. I'm such a great creation. What am I? Right? Al-ma'rifatu nurul qalb. It will turn the light on inside your heart and you will realize, wow, this is me, this greatness, this, wow. And then I was getting upset. I was being, in pain. I was getting hurt for such small things. And one of the reasons so many things hurt us is because we think we're so small, right? So then one person tells us something, and I'm not judging any one of us, so we're all like that at this level. Someone tells us the smallest thing. Now we have an argument, we go to a shop, they're rude to us, we call a friend, they don't get us, they misunderstand us. For 2 days we're upset, for 1 day we're upset, we hold grudges on each other, maybe for long days. We go outside, we're scared to share our own opinion, even our friends may not know. Let me see what kind of things. Masalan, one word someone says, it has an impact on us for such a long day, for a few days, some people for many years. Imam says, do you know why all of this is happening to you? Because you don't know who you are. If you think you're this tiny thing that you've accepted yourself to be, obviously the smallest thing can harm you. Come forward, realize you're such a great soul, and then you realize these words, the whole world is nothing compared to you. I'm saying one of the reasons we haven't gone to Imam Ali to benefit more is because we don't know ourselves, we don't know how much more we can be. I have so many hadiths here from Imam Ali with similar things to share with you, but again, we don't have time. I'll try to summarize what I'm saying and make a conclusion. Again, my 30 minutes is over. How are you feeling, by the way? Let me have a sip of water so I remember. You can also make yourself a drink. So basically what I said was Imam Ali has so much more to share with us, so much more. The kind of knowledge, and I gave you example of Kumail, I gave you example of Hammam. Even Kumail went to Imam said, see, what I've shared with you is just a drop. Aren't you interested to find out more? If all that Kumail knows was one drop, what else does Imam Ali have? Aren't you interested? Don't you want to know what else is happening in this world? Kumail went to the Imam and asked, Mal haqiqa? What is happening? What is reality? Is it just this computer, these walls, these cars, going to a job 9 to 5, coming back tired, watching Netflix, going back again, having a child grows up, child is nervous, child has problem, let's sort this out, everyone's upset. Is this reality? Imam Ali says, no, there's so much more. This thinking you're so used to is not even a drop compared to what reality is. Do you want me to tell you? Imam Ali says, I'm ready. And his teachings are there. But he says, do you know why you're not coming to me to get for? Because you don't even know who you are. You don't know that you can get so much above all the problems you have. Aren't we all going through some problems? Hello, maybe someone has a sister or a cousin who's ill. Maybe someone has a mother who's going through cancer. Someone's going through, I don't know, anxiety themselves. So there's so many challenges, problems we have, not just. Imam says, Baba, you can't go above all of this. Like a plane that takes off and goes above the cloud. No matter what's happening, once you're in the plane, after a few minutes, you're above the clouds. Whatever is happening, even if it's rain, thunder, I don't know, the air is polluted, you go above all of that. Imam says, baby, that's what you can achieve. Even that is nothing compared to where we can be. I just don't have time to explain how special you are, how high you can get. Baba, God has created the whole universe for you to get to who you can be. Imam says, baby, because you've forgotten all of that, so you don't feel the need to come to me. Slowly, I'm trying to awaken this need inside us. Imam Ali says, baby, you don't even know yourself. A time comes, we'll get certain knowledge. You use that knowledge and look inside, like, oh my God, this is who I am. A light will turn on inside you and you'll suddenly look and oh, wow. So all of that is possible. All of that is available. We just need to wake up. We just need to want it. Do you want to live a better life? Do you want to live a life closer to God? Do you want to benefit more from what Imam Ali has to offer? And I guarantee you, if Imam Ali told to Kumail that all he knows is one drop of Imam Ali's knowledge, 100 times more that's true about us. And that's a great news. That's why I'm sharing it on the day of Wiladat, because it means we still can benefit so much more. We can get a level that anyone who asks us, why do you love Imam Ali? We're like, oh, this is it. Look at me. Look at this life. He gave this. The solution came from him. And I'll end with this all I'm trying to do is to create a thirst inside you to go towards Imam Ali in a real way, not in a superficial way, not in this way to say, yes, Imam Ali is the best. Obviously, he is the best. But how did I start the lecture? Sometimes a primary student says someone is best in math. Why? Because they think they know 6 times 4 or 6 times 7. Baba, a person who has a PhD in math is not special because they know 6 times 7. But if you ask a primary student, that's what they say. So right now, a lot of us will say, well, he's the best. If they ask us why, look, I don't know. I say, Baba, there's so much more. Forget about these superficial things. Go deeper. Be like Kumail. Be like Hammam. Don't get satisfied. Look for the deeper things. There's so much there. And in order to create a little bit more of thirst, I want to tell you, baby, you're so special. But right now, you don't have the solution. None of us, we don't have the solution to get ourselves out of the mess we are in. Think about this. This is what Imam Ali himself has suggested. Alon, try to see how much control do you have over yourself. And I'm going to ask you a few questions so you can check for yourself. When you're sad, how easy it is for you to become happy. Can you do that? When you don't love someone, can you suddenly decide to love them? At nights when you're stressed and tomorrow you want to go to work, thoughts are coming into your head. Can you suddenly decide to let go of those thoughts and sleep? What do these show? It shows that, Baba, we don't know so much about ourselves. We can't do the basic things about our nafs. Another example, I know you want to pray. I want to pray, and they all say have presence of heart in the prayer. Remember God in the prayer. Can we try it today? Say Allahu Akbar and see if you have the power over your own nafs for 3 minutes to keep it with God. Can you? If the answer is no, which for many of us it's no, no shame, no judgment. No, we're all in the same. Don't you want to ask yourself why? Isn't it strange that I don't have control over my own mind? What's happening? Baba, that's not normal. I can't get myself to think about what I want for 2 minutes. Who has the control of my mind? Who has the control of my nafs? Who am I? What am I? Why can't I do the things I want to do? I make a decision, 3 days later I stop. Past, who's in charge of me? How come I can't make myself happy when I'm sad? How can I get myself to think about what I want? How can't I remember God? I start now, I forget 2 days later. If these things get you interested, what's going on with me? Then you will go to Imam Ali, and there's so much to benefit from. Imam Ali, he said, ma'rifatun nafs anfa'ul ma'arif. The knowledge of the self is the highest form of knowledge, because you realize, hey, Baba, there's so much happening here. I can't even control my mind for 2 minutes. What's going on? I'm a human being, the special being of God. What's going on? Why am I so powerless? Baba, you can be so powerful. Start. And Imam Ali has so many answers. He has so much answers. Baba, you can reach to a level with Imam Ali ke asan you love him. Not because your parents told you so, because he will show you who you are. I think I spoke so much. Alon Hussainsark will throw me out. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I hope it was beneficial. And all I was trying to say is that our Imam Ali, not our Imam Ali, it's Imam Ali of everyone, is so special. What we know from him is nothing. There's so much more to benefit from, and let's all go there. And on that note, I hope, inshallah, you all realize how special you are and benefit from this Imam and this month of Rajab, which is also the month that connection to Imam Ali is very highly recommended. And also pray for me so that I can also follow these things that I spoke about. And inshallah, talk to you in another opportunity. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Is the love for Ali. Scream out Nara Haidari. Scream out Nara Haidari. Your reply should be Ali. Haidar Mola Ali, Mola Ali, Mola. Haidar Mola.
Thank you so much, Sheikh Jawad, for the very insightful and enlightening talk. It's always a treat having you on our programs, and inshallah, we hope to see you soon again. Now, HARKS was created last year with the idea to do various unique and unique events and initiatives on a global scale for our community with the love of the Ahlul Bayt, bringing in fresh ideas particularly on a digital level, where media has become one of the most powerful influencers in today's day and age. Over the past year, we've grown exponentially, and we feel it's time to take the next step in our journey. With that being said, I'd like to announce that we at HARKS have worked tremendously and tirelessly to make our very own website, Hussainsark.com.
نطفي بهم حر الجحيم الحاطمة المصطفى والمرتضى وابناهما والفاطمة بنبي عربي ورسول مدني وأخيه أسد الله مسمى بعلي وبزهراء بتول وبأم ولدتها وبصبطين وشبلين هما ونجل زكي وبسجاد وبالباقر والصادق حق وبموسى وعلي وتقي ونقي وبذي العسكر والحجة القائم بالحق الذي يضرب بالسيف بحكم أزلي بعلي 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 بعلي.
So in commemoration of the birth of Imam Ali, the father of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, we have officially published our very own website, Hussainsark.com. The website will be a new beginning for HARKS to take us to the next level and really showcase our talent, creativity, ideas, spark change, and spread the message of Imam Hussain and the Ahlul Bayt. The website has a range of features, from a HARKS calendar to keep up to date with on our programs and initiatives, a blog space, info on our ongoing initiatives, easier access to our past live events, an Islamic calendar, and a lot more features for you to explore. None of this will be possible without the help of our talented HARKS team members who have worked tirelessly to spread the message of the Ahlul Bayt, and of course, the support of you watching, learning, sharing our content throughout the world. And we really couldn't thank you enough. But that's not all. We are also doing our very first giveaway on our website, again, Hussainsark.com, where we are giving away a brand new copy of Revival of the Heart written by Sheikh Shomali and Sister Zahra, which you can enter the giveaway by going to, of course, Hussainsark.com, and you shall receive a pop-up to a form to fill out. In case the pop-up doesn't show up, you can click on the gift icon on the top right on the homepage as an alternative. The winner will be chosen at random and announced in 24 hours from the start time of today's program. So good luck to you all on the giveaway. Now, to continue the celebrations of the commemoration of the birth of Imam Ali, I would like to introduce Abbas Rai and Kumail Nanji, also known as servants of Zahra, to recite some amazing manqabats. So please do recite aloud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajah.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We want to take the opportunity to wish all the viewers Shomali Mubarak on this auspicious occasion of the birth of Imam Ali alayhi salam. We have a very special qasida to be sharing with you all today. It's a brand new qasida that we've released this year for Imam Ali alayhi salam. So it's the first time we're reciting it live, so you'll be the first to hear it live. So we'll begin with loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Ali, 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 Mawla Ali. Ali, Ali, Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali. मुश्किल कुशा है शेर खुदा है Ali, Ali, Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali. Chehra hai Rabb ka noor khuda hai Ali, Ali, Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali. मुश्किल कुशा है शेर खुदा है Ali, Ali, Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali. मुश्किल में इस दिल का तू ही सहारा है, तू ही सहारा है. इस दिल ने हर गम में तुझको पुकारा है, तुझको पुकारा है. दर्द की मेरे तू ही दवा है. Ali, Ali, Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali. मुश्किल कुशा है शेर खुदा है Ali, Ali, Mawla Ali, 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 Mawla Ali, Ali Ali Maula Ali, Ali Ali Maula Ali.
علی سلطان دو عالم، علی خیر زخم کا مرہم، علی قبلہ علی کعبہ، علی اول علی خاتم.
علی کے نام سے مشکل کشائی ہوتی ہے، علی کے صدقے میں حاجت روائی ہوتی ہے.
ذکر علی ہی ذکر خدا ہے.
علی علی مولا علی، علی علی مولا علی، علی علی مولا علی، علی علی مولا علی. مشکل کشا ہے، شیر خدا ہے. علی علی مولا علی، علی علی مولا علی، علی علی مولا علی، علی علی مولا علی. عین اللہ وجہ اللہ روح ہے خدا تو ہے،
روح ہے خدا تو ہے.
آخر نہیں جس کی وہ ابتدا تو ہے، وہ ابتدا تو ہے.
راز خدا کا تجھ میں چھپا ہے.
علی علی مولا علی، علی علی مولا علی، علی علی مولا علی، علی علی مولا علی. مشکل کشا ہے، شیر خدا ہے. علی علی مولا علی، علی علی مولا علی، علی علی مولا علی، علی علی مولا علی.
ساکھی با وفا منم دم ہمدم علی علی دم ہمدم علی علی.
عاشق مرتضی منم دم ہمدم علی علی،
دم ہمدم
علی علی.
اسد اللہ علی مولا،
اسد اللہ علی مولا،
علی 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 علی، علی 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 علی، علی 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 علی، علی 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 علی.
محمد وآل محمد صلوات اللہم صلی علی محمد. I just want to thank the organizers once again for giving us the opportunity to join this program and giving us the opportunity to recite. Inshallah, pray that we can be part of many more programs in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless.
When we see the house of our Lord Ali, when we see the crack on that wall Ali, for the Kaaba was his cradle Ali, his verse started the chanting of Ali. Ain lam ya etched in my heart Ali, these three letters made the three Shaykh Ali. The date of 1-3 in Rajab Ali, his love leads me to 313 Ali.
Ali Ali Mawla, Ali Ali Mawla, Ali Ali Mawla, Ali.
Thank you so much to both of you. It's truly an honor to have you recite for us. Please do listen to the new Manqabat Zikr Ali on YouTube. It really is a beautiful recitation. Thank you once again to both servants of Zahra. Alhamdulillah, and with that we may conclude the program. Thank you so much to servants of Zahra, Sheikh Shomali, for making this event possible, and thank you to everyone supporting us and tuning into our program. Make sure to take part in the giveaway on our new website, again, Hussainsark.com. We're giving away a brand new copy of The Revival of the Heart, written by Sheikh Shomali and Sister Zahra. My name is Shafiq Ali, and it's been a pleasure hosting the program, and inshallah I'll see you very soon. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please stay tuned for Ziyarat Aminullah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء 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 اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد اللهم كل وليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا محافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين وصل اللهم على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطاهرين السلام عليك يا رسول الله السلام عليك يا نبي الله السلام عليك يا خير خلق الله ورحمة الله وبركاته زيارة أمين الله السلام عليك يا أمين الله في أرضه وحجته على عباده السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين أشهد أنك جاهدت في الله حق جهاده وعملت بكتابه واتبعت سنن نبيه صلى الله عليه وآله حتى دعاك الله إلى جواره فقبضك إليه باختياره وألزم وداك الحجة مع ما لك من الحجج البالغة على جميع خلقه اللهم فاجعل نفسي مطمئنة بقدرك راضية بقضائك مولعة بذكرك ودعائك محبة لصفوة أوليائك محبوبة في أرضك وسمائك صابرة على نزول بلائك شاكرة لفواضل نعمائك ذاكرة لسوابغ آلائك مشتاقة إلى فرحة لقائك متزودة التقوى ليوم جزائك مستنة بسنن أوليائك مفارقة لإخلاق أعدائك مشغولة عن الدنيا بحمدك وثنائك اللهم إن قلوب المخبتين إليك والها وسبل الراغبين إليك شارعا وأعلام القاصدين إليك واضحا وأفئدة العارفين منك فازعة وأصوات الداعين إليك صاعدا وأبواب الإجابة لهم مفتحا ودعوة من ناجاك مستجابا وتوبة من أناب إليك مقبولة وعبرة من بكى من خوفك مرحوما والإغاثة لمن استغاث بك موجودا والإعانة لمن استعان بك مبذولا وعداتك لعبادك منجزا وزلل من استقالك مقالا وعمال العاملين لديك محفوظا وأرزاقك إلى الخلائق من لدنك نازلا وعوائد المزيد إليهم واصلا وذنوب المستغفرين مغفورة وحوائج خلقك عندك مقضية وجوائز السائلين عندك موفرة وعوائد المزيد متواترة وموائد المستطعمين معدة ومناهل الظماء مترى اللهم فاستجب دعائي واقبل ثنائي واجمع بيني وبين أوليائي بحق محمد وعلي وفاطمة والحسن والحسين إنك ولي نعمائي ومنتهى مناي وغاية رجائي في منقلبي ومثواي أنت إلهي وسيدي ومولاي اغفر لأوليائنا وكف عنا أعداءنا واشغلهم عن آذانا وأظهر كلمة الحق واجعلها العليا وادحض كلمة الباطل واجعلها السفلى إنك على كل شيء قدير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. السلام عليك يا حسن المجتبى. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين، خصوصا سيدي ومولاي أبي الفضل العباس وأختيك زينب وأم كلثوم وبنتك سكينة جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا غريب الغرباء السلطان أبا الحسن مولانا علي بن موسى الرضا، كن شفيعنا وشفيع والدينا في يوم الجزاء ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا مولانا يا صاحب العصر والزمان. السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن. السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن. السلام عليك يا كعبة الإيمان. السلام عليك يا إمامنا وإمام الإنس والجان. عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله تعالى مخرجك وظهورك ورحمة الله وبركاته.